Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I got 7 packages here for us on this Mailbag Monday. Got a couple large ones, a couple smaller ones. If you're interested in how I did with Hurricane Ida, I will get to that at the end of the video. Appreciate everybody's concerns and thoughts for me there. Let's get started. Alright, we're going to start here with the biggest one of them all, so we can get right to it. Clearly labeled fragile, do not bend, handle with care. And I think they actually put this one on my doorstep instead of cramming it into my mailbox like they did the last package. Let's see what I got here. Whatever it is, they wrapped it up pretty good. Got some cardboard in there. I appreciate that. Y'all know I like packaging pretty good, so good packaging. They even took the time to staple this in here, so let's just see if I can just slide it right out of here. See if that's gonna work. Yep, there we go. Alright, what I have here is another one of those giant postcards. Don't see a whole lot of these anymore. In fact, I don't think I've seen one in quite a while. And for perspective, there is a normal size postcard versus the giant size postcard. Pretty interesting. And what this one is of is Rock City and Lookout Mountain. This is actually in Georgia. A lot of people think it's in Chattanooga. It's actually in Georgia. This is kind of a, almost like not a map, but a guide of what you can see on the trail. Kind of give y'all a little look at it here. Pretty interesting. Got to find a way to store all these larger postcards that I got. These giant postcards, they don't fit into my box right now, so I'm just kind of got them laid down on a flat area. So that's something I'm going to have to tackle here in a little bit. We'll see what happens with it. And up next is this package. Came from Jackson, Mississippi. Don't think this is a postcard. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's not. But I'm going to let y'all look at it. Anyways. I think I know what this is. Yep. And what this is a 2021-2022 official state highway map of Mississippi. Kind of interesting. You don't see maps a whole lot. Everything's gone to Google Maps and Waze and all those type of things. I'm not going to open this all up, but I saw this on Reddit where somebody was saying the state was giving away maps and coloring books and helpful guides for the state and, you know, that sort of thing. So I figured, you know, I'd try it out, see what happens. You know, I'm kind of interested to have a map, you know. I don't know. And this is Myrtle the Turtle Don't Trash Mississippi. What this is just a little coloring book for the kids. My daughter likes coloring and maybe just a little bit, and I'd say probably a little too young for her, but she might use it, she might not. You know, something past the time when the power goes out or whatever. You know, like I said, all this stuff was free. You just had to give them your address and click on what you wanted, and they sent it to you. So, yeah, not a postcard, but pretty interesting. And up next is the next smaller postcard here, or envelope. It looks like it's a postcard. Came from Maine, I believe that is. Get it opened up, see what we got in here. Okay. Looks like they got this one protected too with some cardboard. Excuse me. Just going to cut right down the edge here. bypass the tape. Get right into it here. What this is the Python roller coaster that was in Busch Gardens in Tampa. It's a inverting coaster where it makes a couple corkscrews, or it did make a couple corkscrews. They took this down, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, maybe longer than that. I'm not sure. It's been a while since I've been in Busch Gardens, but this was one of my first, looping coasters where it actually, took us upside down. Thought that was kind of neat. Since it's not there anymore, I figured I might as well go ahead and grab it. Tells you a little bit about it. 1,200 feet long. Speeds up to 55 miles an hour. So, old classic roller coaster you don't see anymore. These type of roller coasters are almost a thing of the past now. They're going away for bigger and better deals. That's why I grabbed this one. And up next, I got this one here in a longer envelope. Not sure what it is, so I'm just going to open this without the knife. And what this is, I believe this is in Colorado. Never been there. Buffalo Bill Memorial Museum in Lookout Mountain, Colorado. Now I was going online on eBay and all that looking for, Lookout Mountain. I was just typing in Lookout. And that came up with Lookout Mountain stuff a lot. Came across this postcard. And no, I've never been there, but I think I paid probably less than 50 or 60 cents for this thing. Maybe 75 after shipping, maybe something like that. So I figured, why not? It was, pretty cool little scene. Nothing spectacular, but I got a really good deal on it. So you can see how much I paid for it. I actually paid 41 cents for this postcard. So, I had to do it. And up next we have this one here. Normal size envelope. A little bit thicker than usual. Not sure what it is, so I'm just going to dig right into it here. Pretty thick one here. And let's see what we got here. I like the little protection they put around it. Let's get rid of that invoice. Don't need to see all that. Ruby Falls, Lookout Mountain. This is another one of those, I believe they call them folder postcards or folding postcards, where it's a postcard, but it has pictures inside of it that fold out. See if I can get into this without damaging it. There we go. Okay. And if you remember one of my previous Mailbag Mondays, that real long one I did, I bought a whole bunch of these. I bought like 20 something of these. I don't remember if I had this one in there, and this may have been from the same seller, but I got another one just in case. I'm pretty sure I probably got it already, but kind of see a little bit about it. Just gonna go for this pretty quickly because these things can take a lot of time. If you watch that Mailbag Monday, you'll understand. Just some pictures of the Ruby Falls Cavern. A lot of this stuff is still there. It ain't going nowhere. One of the things really changed in Ruby Falls is the lighting and the little pre-show they give you about the history of the falls and all that stuff. Pretty cool. And there's the, it's kind of funny they call it caves. I think back in the day, actually below Ruby Falls Caverns is actually a cave. Caves are open to the outside world. Caverns are not. To get into Ruby Falls Caverns, you have to go for an elevator shaft that they dug. The cave that was below it was actually open at one time, and a railroad came through in order to get the railroad through, they had to block off the entrance to the Lookout Mountain cave. So this is kind of a, almost you say a typo, or, you know, graphical error, I guess you'd say. I don't know. Either way, this will add nicely to my collections. Now I have 23, maybe even 25 or 26 of these fold-out postcards. Gotta find a way to kind of store these too. We'll work on that later on, though. Alright, last but not least, when it says non-machinable, I appreciate that. Those machines can tear the cards up, envelopes up. It is what it is. Let's get into it. Somebody likes Golden Grams as much as I do. I appreciate the cardboard. Took really good care of this. Protecting it. Even a little thank you. You're very welcome. Thank you. Okay. See if I can get into this here. There we go. There's actually two of them. This is both the Lookout Mountain incline railway. Now, if you look at this area right here, this is where the station is. And this is all different now, if I'm not mistaken. This is really different. There's a parking lot and stuff back in here, so I'm not sure when this postcard was made. If I can get my camera to focus here on the there we go. Same information as the other one is. This one is probably 50s. I'm just going to guess 50s, maybe 60s. Kind of hard to tell. I'm not sure. And then here's the upper station. You can kind of date the photographs by the color and design of the trains. I'm not sure. I still haven't done my research. I've been working a lot, so I haven't got done doing research on the trains. Now this one was actually sent off. Postmark looks like I'm not going to be able to get that on camera. Looks like 1970, right in that area right there. So this one is the 70s, so this is probably the 60 to 70 range train era, I guess you'd say. Still pretty cool. I have a postcard like this one already, I think, so it's probably a duplicate. I might have got a good deal on it, I don't know. Pretty sure it's a duplicate of what I already have. This one I don't have. Pretty sure I don't have this one, so that's why I grabbed this one. Like how you can go back for the years or different scenes of the postcards and see how the area changes around the attractions and stuff. It's mainly the reason why I started collecting these older postcards. Alright, so that concludes today's little short and quick Mailbag Monday video. Got about 8, 9, 10 postcards, coloring book, and a map. Did pretty good with Hurricane Ida at the house Sunday. When Ida hit over towards south of New Orleans. I'm about an hour and a half east of New Orleans. But did pretty well. Had a little bit of rain, a little bit of wind. Nothing real major at all Sunday. The only thing we were concerned about in our area was tornadoes popping off. And didn't have any bad weather. Monday morning, got up and was heading to work at 5 o'clock in the morning. Had some limbs and stuff on the road to dodge and all that other stuff. Wasn't no big deal. Got to work, and work was pretty slow. We had some people coming in, getting some generators, heading to New Orleans. That area, they were out of power. I think they said at one point it was over 1.2 million people in New Orleans without power. The whole entire city was out of power. Kind of a slow day. We're just trying to getting work back to where it needed to be. About 7 o'clock or so in the morning, the rain came, and it didn't stop, and it didn't stop, and it didn't stop. It got to a point there was tornado warnings going off left and right. Tornado come up on the beach. It didn't do any damage. I think it's just a water spout, that sort of thing. Literally got flooded into work. We couldn't leave work. And probably around noon to 1, maybe 2 o'clock, the water receded, and we were able to get out and go to the house and check on our houses then, because we got more bad weather here on Monday morning than the whole hurricane. We were on the kind of back half of it, I guess you say. But anyways, the next morning, Tuesday morning, I was in the heart of New Orleans, or actually on the west side of New Orleans, in an area called Jefferson, with my work there. I was there at 5 o'clock in the morning, coming into New Orleans. I'm just going to say it was very apocalyptic. There was no lights in town. If you know the area I'm talking about, on I-10, there's a big, tall, high-rise bridge that goes over one of the industrial canals. And when you come across this, it was pretty much pitch black, all I could see in New Orleans. There was some lights here and there, some buildings that had some generator power going. It was eerie and apocalyptic, and I've never seen it like that, and I hope to never see it like that again. Had to actually drive through the heart of New Orleans, around town, the interstates, get off the interstate. Luckily, I knew where I was going, but there was, trees down, power lines down, power poles down. It was an experience, to say the least. There were streets I saw with just 5 or 6 poles, telephone poles, power poles, just intertwined, one city block, that sort of thing. I've been there since Tuesday morning, working and driving back and forth every day. Working 14, 16, 18-hour days and driving about 250 miles each day. It's long and tiring, but I'm doing it to help the people over there. The money's great, don't get me wrong, but I'm there to help the people. We've helped a whole lot of people, and a lot of them are very appreciative of us being there, helping them out, doing what we can do to help them out. My heart goes out to all the people there. There's people still don't have power, and they're saying there's places in New Orleans that won't have power for 3 weeks. Now, when I left out Friday evening, they were getting power back to some areas, which was a good sign. And, there was more companies coming in, helping with food and ice and water and meals, and gas is a problem down there. I have to fill up before I even leave my hometown just to make sure I can make it back, because there's people traveling hours for gas, and people waiting in lines for 5, 6, 8 hours for the hope of a gas station getting power and a gas truck. There's lots of places that people are waiting 5, 6, 8 hours for gasoline, and the gas station never gets power, or they never get their truck, and these people are literally sleeping in their cars in line to get gas for their house and their generators and their cars. And it's a bad situation, people. It's bad. It's not as bad as south of New Orleans, like Harvey and Belle Chase and all that area. Those areas there are just devastated. Just 100% of the homes are damaged in areas, and 40% are just gone. New Orleans got, they don't have power, they don't have water in places. They got some trees down here. New Orleans fared pretty well considering a lot of areas south of New Orleans. So, if y'all keep them people in your thoughts, I'm sure they need it. But anyways, that concludes today's Mailbag Monday. Appreciate y'all watching.